because here somebody want to be with the side of points. Okay. Okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you to welcome you to my channel, Sheikh Afghan Jelebi, the Misogynist Michaela. Accordance with titles, yes, today we are roasting our points. The point is today we are roasting Maricom in the topic of 2005 IBA World Women's World Boxing Champions. And now here's accordance with my minds. And now here is the point that uh, today. Okay. Now here is my questions for online comes that if he is making a mistaking to marry the Maricom, here is my questions because I would see you that how Maricom was corrupted to get gold medal in IBA World Boxing Championship, where hosting is country is Russia. Okay, and now, well, I think here we can see the points. Well, and here now today we can be okay. Now let's see the reality of Maricom in 2005 IBA Women's World Boxing Championship in Russia. Okay, now who was Maricom without or steroid? Here I would see the points. Okay. Now here we can see women boxer Maricom's liquid diet. You can see that 864 liters Abrao Dusro that wines, that means the steroid wines per day is women boxer Maricom's liquid diets. That means Maricom is almost the alcoholic for 7 days. Where what is the 7 days? The 7 days started from September 25, 2005 and October 2, 2005. Uh, for 7 days, how much Maricom is alcoholic? That is almost 6,048 liters of steroid wines. Okay. Now let's see what is the ideal punishment for women boxer Maricoms. Here we can see because of consuming 6,048 kilograms steroid Russian wines, Maricom would get punishment here. What about fines? 1,512 billion quadrillions United States dollars. And because here 1 picogram steroid cost fine of 250 million United States dollars. And what is the imprisonment? The imprisonment would be like 31,000 quadrillion years. Now, what is the reasons? 1 picograms of steroid cost 5 years imprisonments. Okay. Now let's see reality to be allowed boxer. What is the reality? The reality is Manicom get allowance to be a boxer in the boxing match and get the gold medals. And what is the behind the reality? The behind the reality, Manicom provide bribe of 35 Australian United States dollars to Russian authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. And now here I would show you just for a moment. Here and here I will show you the points. Uh, 2005 IBA hey, Women and World Boxing Women World Boxing Championships. Uh, okay. Now here you can see that is how Wikipedia is going on, and Wikipedia is just for here. The participating nations is Argentina, Australia, Belarus, Bulgaria, Denmark, Egypt, Finland, of course India was, and the participating country is Ukraine, Russia, and United States of America. Okay, now let's see what is about the result. The result is that Maricom get gold medals. The silver medals goes to Jong Ok from North Korea, and the bronze medal is from for Elena Sabilova, Russia, and Gretchen Avenel, Philippines. Okay, now here we can see. Now let's see the points. Now here we can see the points here. Without steroids, what was Maricom in? Uh, okay. Now you can see the without steroids. What was Maricom? Here I would show you. Uh, without steroid, Maricom get the first one punch. I would show you in the first round, Maricom get one punch and can be unconscious in 3 seconds. In second round, Maricom can get one punch and be unconscious in 2 seconds. And in third round, Maricom get one punch and get unconscious in 5 seconds. That means here Maricom could not win any boxing match from the championship without steroid. Where Russian president was Vladimir Putin, the pro-feminist Russian dictators, Russian sports director was Blilati Mukoto. On the other hand, Prime Minister spokeswoman was Sonia Gandhi, and the minister was Prime Minister was Manmohan Singh. Okay, now well, that was here. I think that was the reality of IBA World Boxing Championships. Okay, and now let's see here the points. In that cases, Maricom says that her husband Onlarcom support Maricom from 2002 to 2018. And in 2005, here Maricom said that her husband, well, in 2005, Maricom wed her husband Onlarcom. And I don't know think that how one comes know that Maricom is perfect girl for her to be her his wife. I don't know the points because here we can see because every man's want to marry with strong women who would be emotionally supportive and logically supportive for his husband. I mean, for stronger men, every man wants that strong women would be supportive husbands and supportive wives, and every woman wants that she would be strong and she would be supportive for her husbands. And here, that is the every husband's wants. But here we can see in 2005, without any steroids, divorce, Maricom could not get any match uh, to be win. I mean, Maricom could not win in any match without steroids, and in fact, without steroids, that one Maricom in every boxing match, Maricom get one punch and she would be unconscious in 3 seconds. Second punch, in the second round, one punch, she could be unconscious in 2 seconds, and the third round, one punch, and she could be unconscious in 5 seconds. And here we can see now it is the points. Here, the opponent women boxer can be Ukrainian opponent boxer. Women boxers can be Russians. Opponent women boxers can be North Koreans, and opponent women boxers can be Americans. In this, every opponent women boxers without steroids, well, Manicom can get one punch and be unconscious in average 4 seconds in every of the 3 rounds in every boxing match. And that means without steroid, let alone winning the boxing match, Maricom could not survive the any rounds of the boxing match. Then it is Maricom. Then the questions to the honor come that how honor come with uh, his wife, where wife is Maricom. That was our questions, and that is the significant questions. Okay, and now, well, and now here we can see, well, without steroids, in every boxing match here. Now let's see the what is the opponent. What if opponent would be Americans? Now here we can see opponents would be Americans. First round, one punch. Maricom can be unconscious in 3 seconds. Second round, one punch. Maricom can be unconscious in 2 seconds. But now let's check it. The here the significant moments and the here points. Uh, and now here we can see just for wait a moment. Uh, Now here you can notify ordinary. Now here, let's see the what is the performance of Manicom with steroid. Okay. Now here we can see with steroid the ordinary boxing match has as a demonstration's opponent is Russia. Uh, and the demonstrations can be okay because in what about the points accordance with results when Maricom get gold medals the bronze medals goes to Elena Sabirlova Russians. Okay, and here we can see the points in first rounds Maricom leads 3 is to 2 points, 4 is to 3 points, 2 is to 1 points, and 6 is to 5 points. Okay, and in second rounds, Russian leads, Elena Sabilova leads at 3 is to 2 points, 4 is to 3 points, 2 is to 1 points, and 6 is to 5 points. And in third 4 rounds, Maricom leads 2 is to nil points, 2 is to 1 points, 4 is to 3 points, 5 is to 4 points. It is the Maricom's performance with steroids. Now let's see here behind Maricom's win the gold medals of World Boxing Championships. Here we can see in September 25, 2005, Maricom provided the total bribe of where 5 octillion United States dollars to Russian President Vladimir Putin's 5 octillion United States dollars to Russian Sports Minister Vitaly Mokoto and 5 octillion United States dollars to Russian Authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championship. And now here and now here is my question is that when when we started the words to be allowance to play any competitive boxing match like the boxing match in IBA Women's World Boxing Championship here when without the bribe of 5 octillion United States dollars to Russian Authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championship uh, when Maricom could not win a single boxing match. Now let's see that how is the helpless circumstance that Ollarcom would marry the Maricom in the calendar of 2005. And that is the significant moments that I can see. That is the best kafla. Okay. And now here we can see that is 2005 IBA Women's World Boxing Championship. This is Maricom's and this is here the marriage. And here is almost we can see 2005 and here is 2025. In 2005, here we can see the Maricom wear like a modern Western dress that can be appreciable in India, and she support her husbands. And in 2025, here Maricom wear salwar kameez. Okay, you can see that in 2005, Maricom's voice looks like a masculine, and here the Maricom's Maricom's voice look like a feminine. Okay, now here we can you can see that in 2005 Maricom could speak proper English. Well, the accent would be intense, but still, Maricom would could speak proper English. And in 2025, Maricom could not speak proper Hindi. That is the largest difference. And what is the difference for that? The difference is here clear cut in 2020, I mean in 2005, Maricom consumed uh, 864 liter straight wine per day. And here I have mentioned that she consumed 6,048 liters of stirred wine from September 25, 2005 to October 2, 2005. Here, because, and in this case, her voice was masculine. Okay, now let's see. Well, now it is my digital box brought. Okay, now here we can see the points. Well, now let's see ordinary we stir it, and now here we would place Ukraine. Now here in order we stir it when ordinary boxing match of the boxing championship opponent women boxer to be Ukrainians. Let's see what is the performance. Well, now in the first four rounds, Manicom leads 3 is to nil points, 4 is to 3 points, 2 is to nil points, and 6 is to 4 points. And it Manicom's leads. On the other hand, you can see the here in the second rounds. eh, Well, Uk Ukraine Ukrainian leads here 3 is to nil points, 4 is to 3 points, 2 is to nil points, and 6 is to 4 points. Well, 6 is to 4 points, Ukrainian leads. And the third four rounds, here we could notify this. Manicom leads 2 is to nil points, 2 is to 1 points, 4 is to 2 points, and 5 is to 3 points. And this is the points Manicom win the boxing match where opponent is Ukrainian women boxers. Now here we can see the behind Manicom win the match. Okay. Behind win the boxing match. Behind the win of the boxing match of the World Boxing Championship, and it would be here. Now let's see the what is the points. September 26, 2005. Manicom provide bribe of 10 octillions United States for to Russian President Vladimir Putin's. Okay, 10 octillions United States dollars to Russian sports ministers Vilati Mukto, and here 10 octillions United States dollars to Russian authority of IBA Women World Boxing Championship. Okay, and now here we can see the moments. It is, and now here participate. We have mentioned that we can be Ukrainians in these points. Okay, and and now here now let's say that how much Maricom consuming in the points. Maricom consuming almost, well, now here we can notify that can significant women's points 864 multiple by 2. Huh. Okay. Well, now here we can see from September 25, 2002 to October 20, I mean from September 25, 2002 to September 26, 2005. Well, here I have misspelled the dates. The September 25, 2005 to September 26, 2005, Maricom consumed almost 1,728 liters stirred wines in 2 days. And that is the significant points as we can see. Good morning, how are you? Salam Habibi, I am fine. And here, when Maricom could consume 1728 liters of stirred wines, where hence, what is the points here we can see. Now let's see the points. Accordance with the strictness of against the steroid doping test, well, 1 liter is equal to 1 kilograms. Hence, here we can see 1728 multiplied by 10 to the power 15. Uh, and here, for 1 picogram steroid contains 250 millions United States dollars. And here, you Muslims, yeah, okay, Muhammad, you guess right. Yes, I am Muslims. And now here one, that is almost 432 multiplied by 10 to the power 25. That is, here we can see, well, in 2 days, Maricom consumed 1728 liters stirred wines. Hence, we can consider that Maricom should be fine in 432 billion quadrillion United States dollars for 2 days. What is the 2 days? That is September 25, 2005 and September 26, 2005. And here is the points. And how much imprisonment Maricom would be sentenced according with the rules or steroid rules from IBA Women's World Boxing Championship. Here I can make a sure. You comes from? Okay, I am from Saudi Arabia and I am living in United Arab Emirates. Okay. Now, what is the steroids? That is 1728 multiplied by 10 to the power 115E, and that is multiple by 5 years. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, Now it is almost. Now here we can see I like you, Shukran Habibi. Now here we can see the significant moments that many come accordance with the steroid rule from IBA Women Boxing Championships. Many come would be sentenced for 8,640 quadrillion years of imprisonment. And now, what is 8,640 quadrillion years of imprisonment? The imprisonments look be like here. Imprisonments would start on 2005, and imprisonment would end in the calendar of 8,640 quadrillion 2005 AD. Okay, that means according with the strictness rules, Manicom would be in Russian prisons in 2025 because of the steroid rules from IBA World Boxing Championships. But here the irony is that Manicom provide 10 Australian United States dollars to as a bribe to Russian authority of IBA boxing IBA Women's World Boxing Championships and get the allowance to play the boxing match for September 25, 2005 and September 26, 2005 and win the every match in 2 days. And that is the irony. And now in 2005, if Manicom would be lesbian wife of me, Michaela Caesar de Santa, well, I would not, at first of this, I would not marry Maricoms. And the second last, that after wedding Maricom, if I would know this circumstance of Maricoms, I would call the cop to send her in jails. I mean, send her in prisons. But now here, Olnarcom was too supportive that he still support Manicom to win the second gold medals in 2005 World Boxing Women's World Boxing Championships, and that is probably the great problem issues that Manicom attempts and Olnarcom should not do it. Okay. Now here, now let's the moments, and now we can talk it. Well, now here we can see uh, what is with a steroid, and here you can see if the opponent would be American boxing women's, what would be the points? The points would be here. Uh, okay. And points first 4 round, Manicom would leads 3 is to 2 points, 4 is to 3 points, 2 is to nil points, 6 is to 3 points. Okay. And here we can see the points. Uh, and in the second round, USA leads. American women's boxer leads 3 is to 2 points, 4 is to 3 points, 2 is to nil points, 6 is to 3 points. Okay, now let's see what about the third 4 rounds. Third 4 rounds, Manicom would leads 1 is to 3 points, 1 is to 3 points, 2 is to 1 points, 4 is to 2 points, and 5 is to 4 points. And in this tense, Manicom could win the boxing match where opponent is USA with where Manicom is with steroids. Okay. Now let's see behind Manicom win the boxing match of the World Boxing Championships. Now it can be the September 26th, but now here we can see show the September 27th. Here we could notify Manicom provides almost 15 Australian United States dollars to Russian President Vladimir Putin's uh, uh, 15 Australian United States dollars to Russian Sports Minister Bilati Muktos, and here 15 Australian United States dollars to Russian Authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. Okay. Now here we can could notify us how how much Madicom consume the steroid ones. Now here we can see 864 multiplied by 3, that is 2592 liters of steroid ones. Okay. And accordance with the boxing rules, here 25 2592 multiplied by 10 to the power 15, and the what is the steroid punishment as a fine, that is 250 million United States dollars. Okay, and here we can see the notifications 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That would be almost 648 billion quadrillion United States dollars. And what is the imprisonments? Okay, 2 5 9 9 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 15, and here we can see that multiplied by 5, and that is here we can see almost uh, uh, 1 2 3 4 5 13,000 quadrillions United Earth prisons mass. Okay, now here we can see, and let's I would feel like an illness, and I would be on the back cameras, but I would speak. Okay, now here that means that in 2005, Manicom gets a okay. In 2005, Manicom would get the imprisonments of 13,000 quadrillion years and Earth of pronouncements. That start would 2005 and that would end in almost 13,000 quadrillions 2005 AD. And what is the cause? The cause is that Manicom received 2,592 liters of steroid wine. And according with the website, she consumes 25,092 kilograms of steroids, and that is the great grams. And according with the strictness of the rules, the 1 picograms steroid can cost almost 5 years imprisonment. Now here we can see, but Manicom received almost 2,592 kilograms of steroid wine. And what is 1 kilograms? Okay, now let's see. 1 kilograms means 10 to the power 15 picograms. Okay, now 1 kilogram is 10 to the power 15 picograms. Hence, 2,592 kilograms means 2,592 multiplied by 10 to the power 15 picograms. And here is the points that Manicom should be in jails according for almost 12,960 quadrillions years. Hence, because of the IBA steroid rules. And here the irony is that Maricoms allowed 3 days boxing match with steroids, and nobody of IBA World Boxing Championship Authority would questions against her, and she win 3 days boxing match. And what is the behind the story? The behind the story is she provides 15 Australian United States dollars to authority Russian authority of IBA World Boxing Championship 2005. That is Maricoms. And now here that is Maricom in 2005 when she weds her husband Olnar comes. And now here irony is that in the present days on 2025 on Maricom say her husband is useless. Her husband could not play any boxers. Her husband has no career in footballs. Well, that Maricom statement about the husband and is my husband has no career in football. That was the statement is in 2025 from that Maricom who wins 3 days boxing match in 2005 IBA Women's Boxing Championship with the steroid bribe of 15 Australian United States dollars and almost 2,592 liters steroid wine for 3 days. Okay. Now here we can see the, and I would go to the points that what is the 4 days. Okay. Now here we can see here we can see the 4 days, and here in the 4 days, 18 the September 28, 2005, Manicom provide the total bribe of almost what, uh, 20 octillion United States dollars for to Russian President Vladimir Putin's 20 octillion United States dollars to Russian Sports Minister Vitaly Mukto, and 20 octillion United States dollars to Russian authorities of IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. And now, here we can notify of here you can see. Now where what is the points? The points is here Philippines when the opponent is Philippines. Okay. Now here we can see Philippines. Okay. Now here it is going on the points, and I would see uh, well, now here we can see the points. What is the point of first 4 rounds? The first 4 round is Manicom leads almost 4:2 points, 4:3 points, 2:1 points. Okay, 7:3 points. And here we can well and here you can notify sisters that is the significant moments. uh, it was the first 4 rounds, and now here we can see. Now let's see what about the second 4 rounds. In the second 4 rounds, Philippinian Philippines leads 4:2 points, 4:3 points, 2:1 points, and 7:3 points. And now let's see what about the third 4 rounds. Third 4 rounds, Manicom leads 1:4 points, 2:1 points, 4:2 points, and 7:4 points, and Manicom leads the wins. Now here we can, that is the points of Manicoms. And now let's see the behind Manicom win the boxing match. Okay. Well, here it is the significant moments as we can see. Okay. Behind Manicom win the boxing match, here we can see in September 28th. Oh, here I have mentioned. But now let's see how much steroid wine Manicom consumes. Okay. Now here the response. We know Manicom consume is Manicom consume 864 steroid once per day. In 4 days, that is, American consume 3,456 liters of steroid once. Now here we can see. Now let's say the multiplication between 3456 multiplied by 10 to the power 15 uh, multiplied by 250 million. Okay, what is the result? The result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 864 uh, whole billion quadrillion United States dollars. Okay, now here we can see the 3456 multiplied by 10 to the power 15, enter multiple by 5. Now let's see what is the points. The points is uh, uh, 17,280 quadrillion years of measurements. Okay. Now here, now it is the points as the moments, and there is the opinion for me that is Maricom who could not win. Just for a moment. Okay. Well, who could not win the World Boxing Championship in 4 days match without steroids? And here, why Maricom could win the boxing match in 4 days? Because Maricom consumed 3,456 liters of steroid once. Oh, and what is the meaning? Here, 1 liter is 1 kilograms, that is 3,456 kilograms of steroid once. And here the problem is 1 picograms cost here 250 millions United States dollars of fines and for 5 years imprisonment. And here, when we can see the honesty of IBA World Boxing Championship Russian authorities, how can we calculate it? The calculation is significance. The calculation is look like that. Here, Manicom should find 864 864 billion quadrillion United States dollars to Russian authorities, and she would be in the imprisonment of 17,280 quadrillion years imprisonment. Here, imprisonment would start at 2005 AD, and imprisonment would end at the calendar of 17,280 quadrillion 2005 AD. And here, that means here in 2025, so she would be in prison for the first 20 years of 17,280 quadrillion 2 years of imprisonment. But how? But here the irony is that Maricom is allowed the match Here we can see Mary Kom is allowed the match for 4 days, and she win the 4 days match just because she provide the bribe of 20 Australian United States dollars to Russian dictator Vladimir Putin's 20 Australian United States dollars to Russian Sports Minister Bill Datli Mukto and 20 Australian United States dollars to Russian authorities of IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. And here we can see in this points because of Mary Kom's steroid corruptions, when Mary Kom is winning the everyday boxing match, here Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi was still supporting whom? Mary Kom. And irony is that in this points, Mary Kom's get her husband Online comes, and online come is the supportive husband of Manicom from 2005, because 2005 in the calendar of 2005 here is wedding days between Manicom and her husband Online comes. Well, if now here is the imaginary scenario, hypothetical scenario. If Mary Kom would be my lesbian wife, then I, misogynist lesbian, at the first time I would not marry the Mary Koms, and the second time, if I would wed Mary Koms, then I would send Mary Kom in prison because of cheating or steroid corruptions in 2005 IBA Women's World Boxing Championship in Russia. Okay, now here we can see the points, that is the significant moments. Okay. And now here we can see, let's get the joy. Okay. Now, what if the opponent would be Australians? That is here we can see that's the moments. Now here, well, you can see the points. Now here control the circumstance, because I don't know what's occurrence. The opponent women boxer would be Australians. Okay. Now here we can notify this here. You can be under the points. Okay. Now let's see. In the first 4 rounds, Mary Kom leads 4 is to 2 points, 4 is to 1 points, 7 is to 1 points, and 7 is to 3 points. Okay. Now here second 4 leads here. Also we can see Australians. How is Australian leads? Australian women lead. Australian women. Here we can see Australian women leads. And here now the significant moments. That is the significant points. Okay. Australian women leads here 4 is to 2 points, 4 is to 1 points, 7 is to 1 points, and 7 is to 3 points. It is the result is just demonstrate. Okay. And third 4 points, Manicom leads 1 is to 4 points. Well, 3 is to 1 points. 4 is to 1 points. And here we can see 7 is to 3 points. And here we could notify says at the moments. Here we can see the points. And now, and here, Maricom would beat the Australians women boxer in almost 9 is to 3 rounds at the moments. But now, let's see behind Maricom win the boxing match in World Boxing Championships. Okay. And now here, uh, okay, now here we can see in October 29th, in the September 29, 2005, Maricom provided the bribe of almost 25 octillion United States dollars to Russian President Vladimir Putin's 25 octillion United States dollars to Russian Sports Minister Vladimir and 25 octillion United States dollars to Russian authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championship. And now here and now it is the time that in the 5 days how much in the 5 days how much will Maricom consume the wines. Okay, now here we can see the everyday consume is 864 liters. I mean 864 kilograms stirred wines. And what about the 5 days? That is 4,320 liters of stirred wines. And now here we can see 43 43 20 multiple by 10 to the power 15. Okay, and then we can multiply it into what 250 millions. uh, and then let's see what is the result. The result is almost 1080 billion quadrillion United States dollars as a fine. And let's see what is the presentments. Okay. Now here we can see that is the points. And here you could see the points. It is 21.6 quintillion years as a presentments. That means 21,600 quadrillions years of presentments. Now here we can see that is, and now let's see what is the meanings. The meaning is that here I would mention. Okay. In September 29th, 2025, we can calculate from the September 25 2029 to the September 29, 2025. Here you can see September 25, the starting liquid weight is 864 kilograms, steroid 1. September 26, it becomes 1728 kilograms, steroid 1. Uh, September 27, it becomes 2596 kilograms, steroid 1. Well, September 28, it is 4 days, that is 456 kilograms, steroid 1. And now it is the 5 days in September 29, 2005. The steroid consuming is 4320 kilograms of steroid 1. And now this terms here we can see, uh, and this terms here we could see the points. The steroid girls, manicoms would be fined as 1080 billion quadrillion United States dollars as the steroid rules of IBA Women's World Boxing Championship in 2005. But the irony is that, well, she escaped from the fine by providing the bribe of 25 octillion United States dollars as a bribe to Russian authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. And here we can see the funds. And here, that is the moments that we can see how steroid, how Mary Kom is the corrupt for her boxing professions. Well, we used to believe that the Mary Kom can be corrupt as the personal lives, but now it is clear that in 20, not 2025, in 2005, Mary Kom was professionally corrupt boxer. Her in IBA Women Boxing Championships, and that is the significant points. It is the corruption level start from 2002, and in the topic of the today's live stream, the corruption was remain in 2005 from the women boxer Mary Kom. Okay, and it is the points in 5 days steroid consuming Mary Kom could be in imprisonment for what? Here I would show you. Probably I can calculate it. Okay, that is almost 216 quadrillion centuries. That means in the boxing, in the starting calendar of 2005 for women boxer Mary Kom, the imprisonment calendar would be end in 21,600 quadrillion 2005 AD. And here we can see every human can be alive for almost the highest lifespan of 150 years. Okay. Now you can see what about the points. it would be lifetime prison for Maricom. But she escaped both from the imprisonment of 21,600 quadrillion years imprisonment and 1,800 billion quadrillion United States dollars fine by providing 25 quadrillion United States dollars to Russian authorities of IBA World Boxing Championship. And here we can see. Now let's. I can understand that when Maricom lost her luggage in 2001, why Maricom was crying? Because now she could not provide any bribe to the boxing authority and she could be out of the boxing Indian national boxing tournaments because of steroid. But the issue is that in 2001, Onlarcom supports Maricom in 2005. Onlarcom home still supports Maricom, where Onlarcom is now husband of Maricom in 2005. And that is the great issues that why Onlarcom Maricoms. Does Onlarcom expect that Maricom would be an honest boxer in the boxing professions? I don't think so. And here we can see in this point. Now, what is the conditions of Maricom in 2005 when the marriage with Onlarcom? The condition is husband Onlarcom would be house husband and wife Maricom would continue her professional boxing. Now, see the result. Maricom in 2025 contains a statement that her husband Onlarcom is useless in his boxing career, where honest Onlarcom sacrificed his football career for Maricom's corruption in Maricom's boxing careers from in 2005, and now here we can see how Maricom is corrupt in a boxer in 2005. And now here we can see in South Asia, here is the days that Rat Dupuri Dudugdari. Oh, now here Anti-Corruption Bureau started to be active not only Bangladesh but also India and Pakistan and Maldives. But still, the problem is Maricom could get accept from the Anti-Corruption Bureau. And here we can see Maricom escaped from steroid doping test result and steroid doping rules of IBA boxing championships by providing 25 octillion United States dollars to the Russian authority of IBA World Boxing Championship him from the date of September 25, 2005 to September 30, September 29, 2005. here is the points as we can see. And now here we can see the points. Now it is the time to show the final match. Okay. Now here we can see without steroid every boxing match Manicom get one punch in the first round and get unconscious in 3 seconds. Manicom get one punch in second round and get unconscious in 2 seconds. Manicom get one punch in one round in third round and get unconscious for 5 seconds. Okay. And now with steroids, what is the drastically change? Okay. Now the drastically change is that the final boxing match opponent is North Korea. Okay. Now here result is this silver medals goes to Jong Ok, the North Korean women boxers, and gold goes to Mary Kom. And now here we can see the behind the boxing points. Now let's see the finals. It is demonstrated results. The first 4 rounds, Manicom leads 2 is to 1 point, 4 is to 3 points, 5 is to 4 points, and 6 is to 5 points. Okay. Now here we can see the in the second 4 rounds, John Okay, the North Korean women boxer, leads 2 is to 1 points, 4 is to 3 points, 5 is to 4 points, 6 is to 5 points. And the third 4 rounds, Manicom leads 1 is to 2 points, 2 is to 1 points, 4 is to 3 points, and 5 is to 4 points. And Manicom get the gold medals. Now let's talk about the behind the Manicom wins the gold medal of the World Boxing Championships. Manicom provides the bribe of 35 Australian United States dollars to Russian President Vladimir Putin's 35 Australian United States dollars to Russian Sports Minister Bidatli Mukto and 35 Australian United States dollars to Russian Authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championships. And okay, now let's see what about the behind the stories and what is the behind the stories of Manicom get gold medals. Okay, here I have mentioned there's a because of steroid rules, Manicom would be in imprisonment almost 31,000 quadrillion years of imprisonment and the fine of 1,512 billion quadrillion United States dollars. Because according with the rules here, 1 picogram steroid can cost 250 million United States dollars of fine and 5 years imprisonment. And in that, the final days when Manicom gets gold medals, she consumed 6,048 liters of steroid wine. That means 6,048 kilograms of steroid wines she consumes. And here, when she consumes this, and here is the cause that's why Manicom should get fine of 1,512 billion, quadrillion United States dollars and 31,000 quadrillion years of imprisonments. But what is the reality? The reality is that Malcolm escaped the entire punishment of 6,048 kilograms stirred wine, and by providing 35 octillion United States dollars to Russian authority of IBA Women's World Boxing Championship. And the irony is that knowing this every circumstance, still husband Honor Cook waits Maricom and contents and wedding life for 18 years. Well, if I would be replaced, is Maricom, if I would be replaced Honor by myself, then I would broke the engagement between me and my lesbian fiance Mary Combs. That is the point. Because in my family does not allow me to marry any corrupt women. And in 2005, when the engagement between me and my lesbian fiance Mary Combs, my family would not allow me to wed my lesbian fiance Maricom because she is the corrupt boxer to get a gold medal in boxing championship. And here, that is the point. But I don't know what is going on that notwithstanding knowing the corruptions of Maricom in the boxing profession, particularly in the 2005 IBA Women World Boxing Championship, if with Maricom's corruptions, Honor still wears Maricom's. I don't know what was the reason, that what was the helpless moment for Honor. And here we can see that is the significant circumstance reasons that why we always hate Maricoms. Maricoms, the several Indians hate Maricoms after 2025. But here we can, Maricom was corrupted in 2005 IBA Women's World Boxing Championship of her boxing professions to get a gold medal. Now let's see how was corrupt Maricom was in 2005. Here I have shown you, and it is my points. Well, and here is, and now if I can be notified by her corruption in China or Barbados, I would discuss it with you in the next live stream. Still you then, Khodafez, love you.